I was thinking a lot about the past and all the mistakes that I've made, especially over the last few years, and everything that I wish I had done sooner, started sooner, or things that maybe I hadn't done. And a thought came to mind saying, like, if I could go back in time, what are the things that I would change? Or what are the things that I would say to people? Or what would I do differently, right? And I just thought about it. Like, if I could go back to any point in time, and what really hit me was like, yeah, it would be cool, but then I feel like I'm not the only one that does this often, but I feel like everyone does this. Like, if you could go back in time, you'd want to change a few things. But if you really think about it, it's such a pointless thing to ponder, because even though you do feel like you want to change something, or you wish you had done something differently or done something sooner, you going back in time to change that, like, that would, number one, just ruin the entire, it would take away the entire value of the moment, like the present moment. Life wouldn't be valuable anymore because you can just go back. And also, number two, it's out of your control, and you gotta think that everything that happened to you or ever happened to you is in your best interest, and it was an opportunity for you to learn and grow. I read this in a book. I forgot what book it was, but that's really helped me. And I don't really know why I keep struggling with this, but I keep just thinking back to the past, and I'm just like, I'm never living here, I'm never here. Like, even at school, I'll just zone up sometimes. I'm just looking at the ceiling or whatever, and I'm just thinking about, like, bro, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. I should have done this sooner. Like, shut up, bro. You can't change it. So why bother thinking about the past at all? Like, if there's anything that I've learned from this, it's that every single moment that you live from here on out, the present moment, is so unbelievably precious that you can't even, like, comprehend it. I can't even comprehend it. I take my sweet time doing the most, like, useless, bro. Today in psychology class, like, I was so bored. I reinstalled Clash of Clans and played that shit, bro. I don't know what I was doing. Like, I was playing Clash of Clans for like a whole hour, and I just wasted that entire hour, bro. Like, I know we keep talking about, like, how time is your most valuable currency. Oh my goodness, bro, that hasn't even sunk in for me. I don't know why I'm telling you to value your time. I don't even value my time. And so that doesn't mean I can't tell you. That doesn't mean I can't, like, I gotta practice what I preach, bro, for real. Like, I'm so bad. I'm still so behind where I want to be. I'm still so behind. Like, you can watch this or like anything else that I've posted, and you're like, wow, he's like 17 and he has everything figured out. Wrong. Wrong. You are wrong. Oh my goodness. That couldn't be further from the truth. Today, I woke up, I didn't even make my bed, bro. I literally set that shit as my wallpaper. It's on my wallpaper, like, make your bed. I see that. I read it every day. I grab my phone. I see it. I didn't do it this morning. You know what, this morning? I didn't even take a cold shower. I didn't do anything this morning. I just had breakfast, went to school, and like we talked about before, your self-image. I have no self-image. It's constantly changing. It's like up and down and up and down. What I've found is, like, I'm going on a tangent, but I have so many different versions of myself. I have, like, that disciplined version of myself where I can, like, manage my emotions so well. I'm so efficient. I work so hard. I, like, do everything right. I follow my schedule perfectly. And on the flip side, there's this other version of me that everyone, like, low key, like, majority of the time, I'm this, like, subpar version of me where I'm not even, it's not even close, you know? Like, I would, like, waste time scrolling reels, or I'll be on YouTube, like, even worse, YouTube shorts. Oh my goodness. Like, no, that ain't me, bro. But everyone has different versions of them. And the version of you that comes out depends on, number one, your environment, and number two, your awareness. Like, you gotta be aware of which version you're currently in. And I'll be honest, like, a lot of times, even when I'm in that subpar version two of me, and I know that I'm not in, like, that top tier version of me where I can be most efficient with work and stuff, it's still like, even though I'm aware of it, it's hard to get back into that because I'm just not in the right environment, especially school, where I'm with my friends and I'm, like, in autism mode. I know I get a lot of backlash for saying that, but shut up, bro. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Like, it helps you understand. Okay, you know what I'm saying. When I turn my brain off and I go into autism mode, it's more like I just, like, number one, I have a lot more fun. Number two, you kind of gotta be like that when you're in a social setting, because let's be real, school, none of us are at school to learn, bro. Like we're here to learn, but you're also here to like make friends. Like don't be the alone kid at school. Like I'm here to learn, not to make friends, bro. Make friends, okay? Make friends. It'll help you. Okay, trust. And also, another thing is environment, right? Like we were saying, school, that environment, for me at least, it's a very difficult place to lock in and focus. Just because I'm with like all my friends, and a lot of times we're doing the most like we're doing the dumbest things, and like anyway, when I'm at home alone, or like when before anyone's woken up, let's say I wake up at 5 a.m. and it's really early in the day, maybe sun hasn't even come up. That kind of environment will pull out of you like just naturally, right? That environment sets the tone for what kind of framework you're gonna be in. So before anyone's woken up, like you wake up specifically at 5 a.m. to work, for example, that's just gonna put you in an environment, and hence like it's gonna draw out of you that better version of you in order to accomplish what you want to accomplish. Like I can't imagine waking up at like 4 or 5 a.m. and just like scrolling reels. Or like 4 or 5 a.m. and just wasting time playing an hour of Clash of Clans, bro. No. Like if you wake up at that time, naturally you work. You can't it almost seems like so precious that you can't ruin it, you know? It's like this everyone says every hour of the day is like equal, right? We all have the same amount of minutes, seconds, hours in a day, and we all get to choose how we spend our time. Like technically that's true, but each hour in the day isn't equal to each other. Like if I wake up at 4 a.m. specifically to get a work task done, I'm gonna do it so much better at 4 a.m. than let's say like maybe just like 4 hours later, 5 hours later at 9, I don't know, 10 a.m. when like my parents are awake, like my sisters are awake and they're here to pester me and torment me and annoy me and everything. And I don't know. The hours of the day aren't equal, and you have to kind of find like what time works for you. That's just one way that I found to like maximize your environment. I don't really know. All that I figured out is I have different versions of me, and the default version of me is a freaking loser, bro. He's a loser. And when I'm in that state, I kind of have to like it's so hard to be aware of it too because it's just second nature. It's just oh, I feel like doing this now, so I'm going to do it. Oh, I'm going to be undisciplined, not make my bed. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up, bro. And even when I'm aware of it, that's the thing. That's why it's so frustrating to me. Because even when I'm aware of it, it's not like I can just lock in like that to where I'm that other version of me now that's extremely disciplined. All that I figured out is I have to put myself in the environment or maybe even the people that will put you into that state, right? Because it is a state and you can't just, or at least for me, maybe it's a skill and I have to develop it, but I'll continue to like update as I figure this out. Right now, I can't switch between states where I can be in work mode versus like have fun mode, like autistic mode, or like serious mode. I can't have it like this. Maybe it's a skill, but for now, I just have to maximize my environment for when I do want to work. For example, right now, I'm at home like pretty much alone. It's quiet. I can get into a flow state. I can finish all my homework easy. Deep work mode. You can't be in deep work when there's like a baby crying on the floor and your house is on fire. You can't do deep work. That just goes to show your environment is so important. And maybe that's like a weakness for me right now because I need to rely on it like kind of an external factor to get me into like this other identity that I have, or like other level of my version of myself that I have. But it's a skill and I'll continue to work on it. So if you want to hear more from a 17-year-old trying to figure out life, subscribe. It's a win-win for both of us. If you want to talk to me, first link in the description. Get after it.